Hello and welcome to a legs and core routine for flat bench style Bowflexes. My name's Eric. I'm a certified personal trainer and I post lots of workout routines that are all follow along for these styles of Bowflex machines. So today's routine, we are going to be hitting those two main muscle groups using just the stock resistance that comes with the Bowflex, and I'm going to be just using the normal Bowflex handles. Everything except for the last set is going to be through this set of pulleys here, and we're going to have a finish on this leg extension attachment. So today's routine, we're going to have a total of 24 sets, 6 different exercises that we're doing 4 times each. It's all going to be counted down behind me here with this clock. Our work intervals are going to be about 35 seconds long. I am going to be counting my reps. I'm going to be trying to do 12 reps per set, and you're going to see me struggle throughout this routine. This is actually a really difficult routine despite just using the stock resistance. Now, if you're a beginner, I'd recommend maybe doing this, going for 8 reps per set. And then after our work intervals, we're gonna have 25 seconds of rest. So I'm gonna be counting all of our reps as we go. Again, you can target anywhere between 8 and 12 for this routine. So everything else is pretty much the stock style of routine. We're gonna have a little 4-minute warm up, and we're gonna stretch out and get nice and loose, and then we're gonna rack up our resistance. Most of our lifts today are gonna be done with the same resistance setting, but we'll have a couple adjustments throughout it. So I hope you join me for it. I hope you have a good time, and I'll see you right back. Let's get it going, jogging in place here for just 60 seconds or so, where we're gonna get our body nice and warm so we can get a good stretch on. And while we're doing this, let me tell you about our lifts today. Our first lift, I'm calling a glute drop. If you got a better name for this lift though, put it in the comments below. From there, we're gonna move into a lunge. Now, I know a lot of people don't like lunges. I'm gonna offer you an alternate lift for that. A few different ways you can do these lunges. And then from there, we're going into a hip extension, loosen up those hips. And then we're going into some mountain climbers, which is kind of like a plank and a high knee at the same time. And then we're going to go into some pull over crunches. You can do some sit-ups if you would rather do those instead though. And then finally, our last lift of the day is going to be some leg extensions. So we're winding down this jog here, and we're going to move into a body weight squat. Really just try to loosen everything up. For a body weight squat, put your arms out in front of you. You're going to drop down nice and low and then raise up out of it. Go as low as you can comfortably go. And as you do these, I like extending my arms out in front as a counterbalance. And what you want to avoid is leaning out in front. Just try to go straight down. Try to keep your shins pointed almost straight up and down. You got to have a little bit of a bend to them. That's okay. Or a little bit of a forward lean. Okay, let's move into a quad stretch. So for this, you're just going to grab your ankle here, pull up like this, loosen up your quads. You can rest up against something if you need to, help with the balance. We're going to hold this for about 20 seconds on each side here. Okay, let's switch sides here. Loosen up your quads. You can lean forward a little bit. That's going to hit your other leg some more. Okay, next we're going to move into some side squats. So spread your legs out a little bit wider than shoulder width apart, and then we're going to go side to side, lower, and raise up, and then go right to the other side. This is great for loosening up those hips. And the longer I do this, I feel like I can always drop lower. Just raise up out of this. Let's do this until the clock hits 1 minute, so another 5-10 seconds or so. And then we're going to move into a lunge. So I'm going to step one leg out in front, and then I like raising my arms up, really stretch up nice and high. This is great for loosening up your quads, your hamstrings, and also kind of your chest. Now let's go ahead and switch sides here. And we're going to hold this for another 10 seconds or so. And then our final stretch is going to be whatever you need today. It might be a forward fold, that might be some torso twist, maybe some, head rotations. I want you to go into that now. So I'm gonna do a forward fold here, and we're just gonna hold this until the timer ticks out. All right, so let's rack up our machine here. So first thing we're gonna do is actually remove the bench here, and we're just gonna have the seat so it can slide around. And then from there, I want you racking up 80 pounds of power rods, maybe 100. And we're not actually pulling or lifting with this. We need this as a counterbalance here. So trust me on this, you're gonna want at least 80 pounds of power rods racked up, no matter what fitness level you're at. I'm gonna be racking up 100 here. Doesn't make a whole big difference though. And you're gonna see why here as we get right into our first exercise, which is gonna be that glute drop. So for a glute drop, you're gonna be standing here facing the Bowflex, and what you wanna do is pull these handles back just a little bit. You can pull them back all the way if you want. And then you're gonna be leaning back a lot here, and then you're gonna drop down and then raise up. Now, as you do this, I want you to drop straight down here. So it's almost like you're sitting on the bar here. Now, if you are a beginner, you might wanna actually be sitting on the seat here and not go down all the way or have a little bit more security. That's fine. For more advanced though, I want you to just pull these handles back and then drop straight down. So you also might need to be standing on the foot of your machine here. So here we go. Let's drop it down, raise up, and that's gonna be 1, 2, 3. And you might be seeing why we have all these power rods racked up. That's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Stick with me, even if you're struggling with this set here, struggling with your technique, that's okay. That's 10, 11, and 12. Okay, so we're doing this 3 or 4 sets in a row in total, so 3 more of these. And if you were struggling with your technique, that's okay. We've got a few more of these to really work on that here. This is a different lift. I think this is the first time I've done this lift on the machine. Kind of picked this one up from the other Bowflexes that I work out on. So again, arms here, let's pull it in and drop down, and it's raising up. It's 2, 3. So exhale on your way up. 4, 5. And try to pull those handles in towards your chest. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. So if these handles are out in front of you a little bit and you're, if you can't pull them all the way back, that's okay. I feel like you need that stability that all these extra power rods help provide for this lift. So 2 more sets of this though, and then we're actually gonna have kind of a longer break here where we're gonna be trying out a few different lunge variants. So arms in, and let's drop it down. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Exhale on the way up. That's 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Whew. So we are starting off with a banger here. This is a tough lift, but we got the most amount of energy right at the start of this routine. So let's hit those big muscle groups first. Knock out the tough ones. Okay, arms in, pull them back, And let's drop. This is the last set of these glute drops. That's 2. Exhale on the way up. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. You should be really leaning back as you do this. It's 9, 10, 11, and 12. Nice. Okay. So next thing we're going to be doing here, we got a little bit longer break so I can show you all these different lifts here. So you can take this seat and make it so it's sliding here depending on your, your strength level and experience. So for a lunge, I'm going to show you some alternates to this. What you can do is you put one leg back here on the leg rest, and then you can drop down here, put your arms out in front of you here, and you're going to drop down nice and low and then raise up. And this is really going to be hitting your quads here and actually both legs here as you raise up out of this. So for some more difficulty, you would take this handle here, hold it out in front of you, and raise up. Now, a beginner though, that's what this seat here is going to be for. So what you can do is you can put one arm on this seat here, drop down, and raise up. And just kind of use that for stability, and you could even press off of it a little bit. Now, if you don't like lunges, we have an alternate lift here of squats, front squats like this, or you can even do body weight squats. So a lot of options here, and we're going to get into it here. So I'm dropping down. There's my first lunge. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay. I'm dropping my resistance a little down for these lunges. Those are tough. Doesn't matter if you're holding the weight or pressing off. These are going to be tough no matter what. So get in position. Again, I got one foot just at the leg of the Bowflex, just outside of it. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Whew. All right, we got one more on each side of those coming up. Now again, do those front squats if you hate lunges like a lot of people. I'm a freak though, I love lunges. Now let's go. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right. Just really take the breath out of me here. And I've got these dumbbells here that I never use on camera. The only thing I use them for is lunges with dumbbells. My neighbors must think I'm crazy. Here we go. Drop down. It's 1, 2. A couple times a month, they'll see me walking around my driveway. There's 4, 5, 6, just lunging around. 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, and 12. For hip extensions, here's where you're gonna wanna drop the weight. I would recommend 80 pounds as your heavyweight setting, 50 for medium, and for a lightweight, you could go 20 or you can go 30. Open up these handles here, and we're gonna shove our outer foot right through them. Now from here, I like putting one arm on the Bowflex, and this seat really can be anywhere. So I'm gonna have one arm here, and then I'm just gonna be extending this leg out, kicking it out nice and wide. Here we go. That's 1 and 2. Slow retraction on this. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Very nice. Spin around and switching sides. Here we go. Extend it out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Ooh. Switching sides again. One more on each side. How are we feeling out there? Hope you got a good burn going. Okay, extend them out. That's 1, 2. You know, when I got this machine, it's 3. I didn't think I'd really get a good leg workout in with the stock resistance. 5, 6. I've been taking quite a while. Probably this is my 5th time or so doing this routine to design something just right. 8, 9, 10. And you can really see me struggling. Oh, I got a good sweat going. And after doing these, be careful going upstairs, stepping over anything. Take some extra care. You'll get a little reminder from your legs what you've been doing today. Okay, here we go. Last set of extensions. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Yikes. Okay, I'm gonna switch my camera position just a little bit here. And from here, we're gonna get into some mountain climbers. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna keep this open here. I'm gonna put my foot through it, except I want this kind of right around the front of my foot, kind of at my toes. And now what I'm gonna do is you can either get into a push-up position or a plank position, and we're gonna be here, and then we're gonna raise this knee up as far as you can take it, basically until you run out of slack, and then you're gonna let it fall back. So pull it up, hold it, and then release. So these are kind of mountain climbers where you'll see people do back and forth like this. We're doing a resisted mountain climber because without resistance ain't hard enough for us. So let's go ahead, pull this up and slowly release. That's 1, 2, 3, 4. This is gonna really hit your abs a lot more with the resistance. It's 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, I've been going a little too fast. I think I'm gonna try to slow my pace down just a little bit. My last 2 sets I finished a little early. You know, it's staying in control is a lot of, you know, exercising your power, and this is what builds muscle here. So it's 1, 2, reach all the way back, 3, hold it, and slowly release, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, one more on each side. Okay, almost there. Here we go. Let's raise it up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, I'm kicking over my lights here, trying to get to a towel because I am way sweatier than I anticipated. All right, let's get in position. There we go, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Feeling that squeeze in your abs at 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. All right, we're going back to some seated crunches. Gonna keep working your abs, and we're gonna put our bench back together for this exercise. And I'm gonna lock mine in place here. And now for this lift, you can do sit-ups where you hold the weight, or even do no weight at all like this, or you can do some crunches here where I'm gonna have these handles up here, and then I'm gonna go down into this crunch position and then raise up. Now for even more difficulty, raise those legs up and go into that crunch. So here we go. This is 1, 2, 3. And if you can't do your legs up, that's okay. It's 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, little break here. These get really tough because we just came from one ab exercise to the next. And especially in that kind of plank or that push-up position, you're really having to do a lot of stabilization. And then we go right into this. So legs out, arms up. And now let's crunch. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Oh, my abs are on fire. Team, we just got to push through this together. We got 2 more sets of ab work, and then we're gonna hook up our leg extension and do 4 sets of leg extension, and then we're done. We're at the 75% mark here. Just give me your best effort, and we're gonna finish this thing together. That's 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Y'all, I know my form is breaking down at the end there, but I'm just doing my best here. All right, let's get into this here. Arms up, and let's drop. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, halfway through this last set, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, got a little break here, but before you get a drink of water, let's hook up our leg extension. I'm just gonna be removing these handles here, and then we're connecting these here from the base. Now I'm gonna keep the same resistance setting I had. Actually, no, I'm gonna be bumping mine up a bit here. I'm gonna go up to 100 pounds again. And we just got 4 of these, and then we're done with this killer workout here, hopefully. So for leg extensions, pretty natural position here. We're just gonna be seated here. Put your hands underneath your butt. Now, if you have a Bowflex Blaze, there's an extra attachment here. It's easy to forget. You're gonna wanna hook that up first. So we're gonna just extend these legs out, hold it, and slowly drop. That's 1, and 2, and 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Sometimes You might be like, oh, this isn't so bad. This is kind of easy. This is 9, 10, but these leg extensions, they really get tough near the end. So that's just our first set. We got 3 of these, and these are going to get progressively harder as you go. So if this is your first time doing this routine, unless you just cruise through those extensions, you might be fine where you're at on the weight. Okay, here we go. Here we go. That's 1, 2, 3. I like holding this in the fully extended position for about a second. That's 5, and a slow lower. 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Whew. Yeah, the first 6 or 7 reps of those feels like you can just kind of fly right through. But near the end, they just get really tough. And these last 2 sets are going to be even harder. All right, here we go. Extend them out. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. This is a direct hit on those quads at 7, 8. A really good lift for strengthening your knees. That's 9, 10, 11, and 12. Okay, one more set to go. Oh, I got to shake it out a little bit. Okay, and let's get in position here. 5 seconds left. We're gonna finish this thing out strong. Here we go, team. Raise it up, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Those quads should be on fire. It's 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Yes. All right. Don't forget to remove your power rods from tension and wrap them up. Don't leave them bent in position. That's going to wear them out. Now, actually, you know what? If you have a Bowflex Blaze, you might want to finish this routine out on a leg curl as well while you got this all hooked up. So everybody else though, great job on doing this routine today. You should be proud of yourself for finishing this thing. I want to give a big shout out to my elite Ko-Fi members, all my Ko-Fi members, my subscribers. Y'all make this happen. Appreciate all of you. Don't forget to hit the like button if you made it through this routine. Comment below if you're using any of the tracker apps. And as always, be good to yourself, be good to others, and thank you for watching.